welcome to the 2021 National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Michigan Chapter Student Production Awards. I'm your host for this evening, Brett Kast, reporter at WZYZ Channel 7 in Detroit, and I'm so excited to be here with you all. It wasn't too long ago that I was a student at both Troy Athens High School and Michigan State University, and I always looked forward to these award ceremonies, and you should all be very, very proud to be nominated for an award after such a challenging year. So really excited to see all the hard work you've been putting in. And without further ado, let's get started with our awards ceremony. Our first category tonight is college fiction long form. And the nominees are Destitute, Wayne State University; Breaking Up and Entering, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Breaking Up and Entering, Michigan State University.
Yo, Tanner!
Wanna be a top boy, hot boy, keep the movement flowing, don't stop, boy. Wanna drive a new car straight out of the lot, boy. Keep your mind focused on the plot, boy. City needed a hero and now I'm taking charge. Everybody looking for the top, boy.
Damn, that's actually a really nice chain. Where you get it?
Oh yeah, took it off some dude last night. Old fart practically handed it to me when I showed him this.
Whoa.
Yo, what are... Our next category is high school fiction long form. And the nominee is Bird Baths, Dearborn High School. And the winner is Bird Baths, Dearborn High School.
It's all right. I get that all the time.
What'd you say your name was again?
Ben.
And you go to Roosevelt High.
Yeah, it kind of sucks though. Everyone there is so materialistic and they only just care about themselves. It's hard to find anybody cool. I don't know. I guess you can say I keep my circle small.
Oh.
No offense.
Our next category is college photographer, and the nominees are Ian Gilmore, photography compilation, Michigan State University; Joe Freihofer, photography compilation, Michigan State University; Sam Britton, photography compilation, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Joe Freihofer, photography compilation, Michigan State University.
Head coach Ali Easley is forced to take on a new challenge, virtual boxing, with a little help from his wife, Trish.
Well, I don't think anything can ever replicate in-person training, especially in a sport like boxing. It's really hard for me to know what someone on the other end that's viewing it, how they are interpreting it.
And even though the gym looks like this, sitting in silence, Easley's commitment to Crown has never wavered.
He's put so many hours into this facility.
Our next category is high school photographer, and the nominees are Mindless, Dearborn High School; The Big Bright Light Show, Troy Athens High School. And the award goes to The Big Bright Light Show, Troy Athens High School.
I'm coming home. Oh, I'm coming home. I wanna be home for the holidays, because home is only home when I'm with you. I wanna be home for the holidays.
Our next category is college news report serious, and the nominee is Once in a Lifetime Event, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Once in a Lifetime Event, Michigan State University.
Are you going home?
Are you going home? It's the question we all find ourselves asking.
Like no one's here.
The unthinkable is happening.
Now we got to keep 6 feet.
All classes canceled.
6 foot distance, I've been told.
Yeah, I'm excited for like the time off and more like to do it on my schedule, I guess.
50,000 students will finish out their classes online after 2 coronavirus cases surface in Michigan.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. I went to the University of Wisconsin, and the school never even shut down for a day.
Our next category is high school news report serious, and the nominees are Standing Alone, Davison Schools; Don't Bail on the Ballot, Davison Schools. And the award goes to Don't Bail on the Ballot, Davison Schools.
Our voter registration records are kept online, and then those ballots are then secured in a locked
file and room, and then on election day they cannot be opened until 7 a.m. per Michigan election law.
And there's another safety check that has to be done before the ballots can be counted. All signatures must be double-checked before they are put into a computer system for verification.
Our next category is College Multimedia Journalist, MMJ. And the nominee is Michaela Temple, MMJ Compilation, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Michaela Temple, MMJ Compilation, Michigan State University.
Noah Happy and John O'Connor aren't vying for a winter ceremony,
I was looking forward to walk.
but to
Still live the graduation experience is something that we find valuable.
because this is the biggest time of their lives.
A bachelor's degree, especially from Michigan State, is pretty valuable, especially in our eyes.
Even if it is just for pictures.
We've seen a lot more of them outside taking pictures and celebrating in ways that are appropriate at this time.
Spring graduation is still up in the air.
Our next category is High School Multimedia Journalist. And the nominees are Lessons from Reagan, Troy Athens High School. Hockey Players and Friends on a Break, Davison Schools. And the award goes to Hockey Players and Friends on a Break, Davison Schools.
You know, we tried sledding, but didn't work out, so we came out here at last second, and then we just improvised from there.
At first, it was just a couple of short passes, then some handoffs, and of course, in hockey, there's always someone that starts a fight.
This is new.
Then the pass of the game was unleashed, leaving everyone behind, and it's done.
Our next category is College Animation Graphics Special Effects. And the nominees are Isolation, Washtenaw Community College. Captain Calculator, Train Freeze, Episode 1, Washtenaw Community College. WCC Digital Video Program, Graphics Promo, Washtenaw Community College. And the award goes to Captain Calculator, Train Freeze, Episode 1, Washtenaw Community College.
Slurpee burp! Can we get one, please? Please?
Well, I don't see why not, kiddo.
Help! The animator forgot to draw the bridge!
We have to stop that train before it's too late.
But it's blueberry! It'll be sold out by the time we get back. Can't you guys just hit the brakes? Brakes? But I don't want to break anything.
Maybe we have time to grab one before we save it.
Our next category is High School Animation Graphics Special Effects. And the nominee is Rambler Sports Network 3D Animations Graphics, Boyne City High School Team BCVI. And the award goes to Rambler Sports Network 3D Animations Graphics, Boyne City High School Team BCVI.
Amazing skills in the Captain Rowdy outfit. Great role model for Jackson Archie. How was that dancing with that little guy out there?
It was incredibly fun. I'm very hot because it's very hot in there, but it was amazing and a fun experience. I loved every second of it.
Well, was there any time that you thought, I hope I don't hit him or anything? Because it's hard to see in that thing, isn't it?
Yeah, in fact, at the end, in the part where we were falling down, I was like, oh boy, I gotta keep just a little bit of a distance.
Well, we appreciate you.
Our next category is College Music Video. And the nominee is Zier Ayana, Treat Me Right, Official Music Video, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Zaire Ayana, Treat Me Right, Official Music Video, Michigan State University.
Treat me good, treat me right. Treat you good, treat you right, don't you love that? Treat you good, treat you right, don't you love that? Treat me good, treat me right, don't you love that? Treat me good, treat me right, don't you love that? Scream and scratch, fuss and fight, don't you love that? Treat me good, treat me right, don't you love that?
Our next category is High School Music Video. And the nominees are Lakeland Football 2020, Lakeland High School. Don't Change, Troy Athens High School. Nostalgia, Dearborn High School. And the award goes to Nostalgia, Dearborn High School.
You should have known that I'm tired of running around sneaking out all for you, but keep it down, cause there's no escaping to follow when someone finds out. Take me back before I found that all of our impulsive decisions would leave me tied down. And the shit that I put in my body to make it break down just...
Our next category is college talent, news, or sports. And the nominee is Ian Gilmore Compilation, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Ian Gilmore Compilation, Michigan State University.
As Michigan State prepares to add 350 more in-person classes in the spring, we've already seen some precautionary measures around campus, like this bench with a max occupancy of 1. Hey man, read the sign. When the pandemic hit, we went from playing video games together in person to playing video games together, but online. Out here, it's just the next step and a few left turns.
Our next category is high school talent, news, or sports. And the nominees are Jillian Tate Acre Reel, Davison Schools. Oliver Angel Morning Announcements Reel, Dearborn High School. And the award goes to Jillian Tate Anchor Reel, Davison Schools.
As people are lined up to turn in their last-second absentee ballots, what you won't see is tomorrow there will be a group of dedicated people counting them all.
What's the weekend looking like, Jillian?
Girl, let me tell you, it is warming up in this house. Good morning, Davison. I'm Jillian Tate, and this is your weather.
Last time you heard from us at DTV, it was still 2020. Good morning, Davison. I'm Emily Ferrante.
And I'm Jillian Tate. 2020 was a tough year for all of us, but it feels so good to be back in the DTV studio and doing what we enjoy.
Our next category is college nonfiction short form. And the nominees are To All the Songs I'll Never Finish, Washtenaw Community College. Flow, Ferris State University. Avid, Washtenaw Community College. The Normalization of Black Death, Michigan State University. And the award goes to All the Songs I'll Never Finish, Washtenaw Community College.
I started watching tutorials on YouTube that taught mixing, sound design, arrangement, composition, music theory, all that stuff, because I really wanted to dive in and make high quality stuff.
And I had so much fun, I didn't even realize it was becoming more than just something I took interest in.
Our next category is high school nonfiction short form. And the nominees are Kind to the Mind Grief Episode, Grand Blanc High School. Hope It's Not Over, Davison Schools. Yukio, Lee M. Thurston High School. And the award goes to Hope It's Not Over, Davison Schools.
Bounce it down. He's got some blocks.
Played a
got
great
Sullivan on the break. He's going to slam it home for the Cardinals. That's the first time we've seen this game.
What we are preparing for right now is our pre-festival. This is our pre-festival concert. Our festival is coming up in March, and they will perform in front of 3 judges, and they will be evaluated.
Rebounds and 360 steals, and now you got Jimmy Collins on the swim, shaking the backboard.
With the Michigan presidential primary vote tomorrow.
Our next category is college public service announcement. And the nominee is Get the COVID-19 Vaccine, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Get the COVID-19 Vaccine, Michigan State University.
We can aid in the fight well beyond our nation by checking out a vaccination station. 1 shot, 2 shot, COVID and flu shot. In case you forgot, this is our shot.
52% protection, but let's not forget to mention once you get the second dose, 95% is close. Doing the most to be close to a loved one, together's the goal, and then we'll be whole.
What's the point? It's in your arm to defend.
Our next category is high school public service announcement, and the nominees are You Are Unique, Troy Athens High School. Mask Up, Davison Schools. And the award goes to Mask Up, Davison Schools.
Into the end zone for a Cardinal touchdown.
Just like we wear helmets during game time to protect us, we wear something off the field too.
Only you can say you're Davison made, which means staying safe and following the rules.
Just like you, we've been waiting all summer for sports and school to come back around.
But we still have to do our part, beating COVID-19 by wearing a mask.
Wearing a mask will help keep you and everyone around you safe.
We're all on the same team.
So mask up, Cards.
Our next category is college writer. And the nominee is Talking About Yesterday or Tomorrow, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Talking About Yesterday or Tomorrow, Michigan State University.
Over the years, he's given the shop some unique decor.
I still find things every day that are unsettling or humorous or, just penetrating in general,
He's 70. It was never a part of the plan to slow down.
I'm planning on living another 30 years anyhow, but then I'll be 100 and it'll probably be time to retire.
Nothing could end this bookshop story.
Are you all set?
Yep.
Except a global pandemic.
It's,
Our next category is High School Writer, and the nominees are Coming Up for Air, Troy Athens High School, Bird Baths, Dearborn High School. And the award goes to Coming Up for Air, Troy Athens High School.
Something that I've noticed is at the doctor's office, they'll say that depression can be characterized as a feeling of low mood over an extended period of time. But to me, that's just a third grade definition, because all my survivors know that it is much deeper than that. It is much deeper than just sadness. It is much deeper than just irritation. It is much deeper than just loss of appetite. And I realize that it's different for everyone, but to me, depression is like drowning.
Our next category is College Newscast, and the nominees are Focal Point News, December 4th, Michigan State University. Focal Point News, Coronavirus Special, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Focal Point News, December 4th, Michigan State University.
It's a historic year, a global pandemic that has affected all of us in one way or another.
All of us miss being together.
In East Lansing, the year began with the basketball team, poised to make another run in March Madness.
Good! He's an assassin!
And all that changed in one day.
Classes will be canceled.
50,000 students on the campus of MSU.
Our next category is High School Newscast, and the nominees are SHS Today, February 12th, 2021, Saline High School, SWWC. Newscast, January 7th, 2021, Davison Schools. LOAM, February 12th, 2021, Lake Orion High School. Hornet Nation, February 12th, 2021, Saline High School, SWWC. And the award goes to Today, February 12th, 2021, Saline High School, SWWC.
If you want to listen to Lauren's music, you can find it on all streaming platforms at Lauren Grace.
Is it that time again?
Time for what?
Time for another installment of Quote of the Day.
I thought it was karaoke time.
Don't feel bad, Britley. Andre is here to take us on an inspirational journey. Take it away, Andre.
Hello, my name is Andre Gatlin, and today I bring you the Quote of the Day.
Our next category is College Nonfiction Long Form. And the nominees are Connecting Kin, Michigan State University. Empty Skies, Washtenaw Community College. And the award goes to Connecting Kin, Michigan State University.
My mom went over there with the paternity test, and he never answered the door. He never wanted to see my mom or me because he didn't want to know the truth. A couple weeks later, my mom picks me up with the promise that we'd go get tacos. And we pull up to the restaurant when I see Steve in the window preparing food.
Our next category is High School Nonfiction Long Form. And the nominee is Coach Nick Redmond Tribute, Boyne City High School Team BCVI. And the award goes to Coach Nick Redmond Tribute, Boyne City High School Team BCVI.
Right when I first started dunking, which was like midway through my junior year.
Hunter gets it, and here we go. Here's Calcutta with a dunk! We laid it down!
Aiden tries to get mouthy with Coach, not mouthy, but tries to joke around with Coach and bets him a Big Mac on who will be a better dunker.
Almost a 5-second count right there. Here's Bream. He's going to try it. Oh, he got it!
Our next category is College Commercial. And the nominees are Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, Ferris State University. Media Arts at Mott Community College, Mott Community College. Real Lemon, Spec Commercial, Washtenaw Community College. And the award goes to Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, Ferris State University.
You could get a sub from any old place where the dough is kept frozen and on a truck for probably hours. Or you could get a premium Mancino's grinder, where the dough is made fresh daily. Not only are their grinders made fresh daily, but they're huge. Like, really huge. Like, 18 inches huge.
Buy a Mancino's grinder and get another one half off, or get a $6.99 large one-topping pizza. And Ferris students get a 10% discount. Mancino's, it's delicious.
It's a dough-brainer.
Our next category is high school commercial, and the nominees are Athens Soccer Parent Night 2020, Troy Athens High School. The Detroit Experience Factory, Troy Athens High School. And the award goes to the Detroit Experience Factory, Troy Athens High School.
We strive to give people a better understanding, a deeper understanding about Detroit, whether they've been here a day or a lifetime. We do that through all sorts of different types of tours. It's really about connecting locals to Detroit to learn more about their own backyard. I grew up in Detroit on the far east side, and I thought I knew Detroit. But I moved downtown when I graduated college, and I didn't drive to work for 15 years. And when I started walking places, I started noticing different things in my...
Our next category is College Director, and the nominees are Pandemic Diaries, Parenthood, Mott Community College. My 2020 Experience, Washtenaw Community College. And we have a tie on this one. The awards both go to Pandemic Diaries, Parenthood, Mott Community College, and My 2020 Experience, Washtenaw Community College.
Slow it down some, no split, clown bum, your gold hit sound dumb, hold it now, crown them, where you found them at, got them round town, could've drowned in it, would've floated, bloated, voted, sugar-coated, loaded, hip shooter, draw for the poor, free, coffee at the banks, hit through the straw, none more for me, thanks, that blanks the roar, that dank sure stank lit, sank past the pit for more hardcore prank spit.
Well, now I have to pretty much work from home, which is really hard to do because I do work with kids and I work at an after-school program. So with that being closed, it's really difficult trying to come up with some type of online video chat type of thing to where like I post certain activities for like the kids that would normally come to the after school for them to do while they're at home, just to try to keep them engaged and just try to keep them actively learning something.
Our next category is High School Director, and the nominees are Widget, Quest to Fringe Isle, Episode 1, Shifting Gears and Finding Treasure, Boyne City High School Team, BCVI. Personas, Troy Athens High School. Round 1 Playoffs, Varsity Football versus Lapeer, October 30th, 2020, Davison Schools. And the award goes to Widget, Quest to Fringe Isle, Episode 1, Shifting Gears and Finding Treasure, Boyne City High School Team, BCVI.
Hey Chase, you would not believe what I saw this morning. Widget, where have you been? Did you forget that the Forest Rally was...
Our next category is College Audio Sound, and the nominee is Only the Birds Sing, audio example, Madonna University. And the award goes to Only the Birds Sing, audio example, Madonna University.
January 21st, 2032. It's been over 2 years since my last tape. I think that was the most recent entry I could find. The data and earlier logs, coupled with acute lapses in memory and loss of motor control.
Our next category is High School Audio Sound, and the nominees are Don't Text and Drive, Dearborn High School. Quarantine, Troy Athens High School. And the award goes to Quarantine, Troy Athens High School. Our next category is College Public Affairs Community Service, and the nominees are Big Rapids Life Fire Department, Ferris State University. This Is For Us, Please Let Us Play, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Big Rapids Life Fire Department, Ferris State University.
And I got there first. We clearly didn't have just a minor accident. We had heavy entrapment, and it wasn't a good call because sometimes they can be a lot different than we get called out originally to.
We're required to do some type of training throughout the day. Typically, it's once a month for the whole department, and each individual shift conducts training daily.
Our next category is Public Affairs Community Service High School, and the nominees are This One Is Mine, the Michigan Humane Society during COVID, Troy Athens High School. And the award goes to This One Is Mine, the Michigan Humane Society during COVID, Troy Athens High School.
Foster parents decided to adopt the animals that had gone into foster with them. So while we kept up a decent amount of adoptions, it's nowhere near the volume that we would typically have.
Even though the pandemic has brought some challenges to the Humane Society, it has brought some benefits as well.
It's really allowed us to go back to the building blocks about who we are as an organization and what we're doing. So as we're rebuilding all of those pieces, we're able to make tweaks and changes to better serve the community and better serve the animals.
Our next category is College News Report, Light News, and the nominees are Talking About Yesterday or Tomorrow, Michigan State University. Everybody's going to try to do the voice, Michigan State University. I Just Don't Know When, Michigan State University. Grabbing Life by the Bow, Michigan State University. And the award goes to I Just Don't Know When, Michigan State University.
And even though the gym looks like this, sitting in silence, Easley's commitment to Crown has never wavered.
He's put so many hours into this facility and so many hours with the kids.
Kids like Eli and Jaden.
I like to punch.
That's what this coach has done for over 20 years, help neighborhood kids. He wants them off the streets and in the gym with his program Hawk, Help a Willing Kid.
Our next category is High School Arts and Entertainment Cultural Affairs. And the nominee is Hustle No Joe Kicks, Troy Athens High School. And the award goes to Hustle No Joe Kicks, Troy Athens High School.
How did you first get interested in the sneaker game?
I've been collecting since I was like 5, 6 years old. I've always loved the game. No Joe kind of comes from a story as I'm Noah, my little brother is Jordan. So we put the two initials in our name and started this. I started when I was in 7th grade and my brother was in 6th grade. And we were selling shoes out of the school. They stopped me and my brother and one of our friends that thought we were selling drugs.
Our next category is College Editor. And the nominees are They've Been Waiting for This Day, Michigan State University. Talking About Yesterday or Tomorrow, Michigan State University. And the award goes to Talking About Yesterday or Tomorrow, Michigan State University.
Doing this, running the Curious Bookshop, a sliver of a storefront in downtown East Lansing. Over the years, he's given the shop some unique decor.
I still find things every day that are unsettling or humorous or, just penetrating in general,
He's 70. It was never a part of the plan to slow down.
I'm planning on living another 30 years anyhow, but then I'll be 100 and it'll probably be time to retire.
Nothing could end this bookshop story.
Our next category is High School Editor. And the nominee is Taking a Step Back, Troy Athens High School. And the award goes to Taking a Step Back, Troy Athens High School.
Fun or enjoy life more. I think that might have actually had maybe the inverse effect on me. Like a lot of people right now, I've probably spent way too much time on my phone than I should have, but instead of doing anything about it, I made myself even more stressed by telling myself that I am running out of time. The truth is...
Our next category is College Fiction Short Form. And the nominees are The Drop-Off, Max Stallings, Advisor, Gert Hedebridge, Calvin University. Under the Influence, Sebastian Larson, Advisor, Gert Hedebridge, Calvin University. And the award goes to Under the Influence, Sebastian Larson, Advisor, Gert Hedebridge, Calvin University.
Look, that's just to name a few.
We don't have to decide right now. We can figure it out later.
Look, I really appreciate all that you've been doing, but I don't really know. Oh my gosh.
Our next category is High School Talent Performer. And the nominee is Merrill's book, Dearborn High School. And the award goes to Merrill's book, Dearborn High School.
Get with the times. It's a brand new, it's a bestseller. What are you doing with your life? Listen, from what I've heard, alright, it's about this king and his daughter. But his daughter was like crazy and drove around motorcycles and stuff, and he was super embarrassed. So he was like, listen up. You better get into shape or I'm sending you to the convent. You know. Are you sure this is the most popular story?
Good afternoon. I'm Sheila Grant, a Michigan Native Governor and a 2021 Scholarship Committee member. It is my pleasure to announce the awardees of our 2 student academic initiatives, honoring our beloved chapter officers, the late Dr. Lynn Boyle, producer of Deedle Doors, a young people's production, and a former general manager of WDTR Radio, as well as the late John Schimpf, one of the Detroit chapter's first officers and an executive with Michigan Bell, both who championed academic excellence in Michigan broadcasting. In 2021, upper college applicants and high school classes submitted their transcripts, recommendations, and compilation video clips to our awards program. We offer 5 $2,500 college scholarships and 5 $1,500 high school grants. The scholarships are awarded to the students at their respective colleges, and the grants are awarded directly to the Michigan high schools in support of video equipment. So, without further ado, this year high school grants will go to Troy Athens High School, Troy, Michigan. Davison High School, Davison, Michigan. Boyne City High School, Boyne City, Michigan. Dearborn High School, Dearborn, Michigan. Dow Midland High School, Midland, Michigan. And during this pandemic, we had 3 high school classes whose efforts warrant special mention and support. Wyandotte Roosevelt High School, Wyandotte, Michigan. Allegan High School, Allegan, Michigan. McBain High School, McBain, Michigan. And our college scholarships go to Madison Hoke, MSU. Abigail H. Kruger, Hope College. Rachel Goodman, MSU. Kimberly Kelling, Mott Community College. Ian Duncan Gilmore, MSU. And one college honorable mention to Brendan Dooley, U of M. Congratulations to all our broadcast media students as they rise to be our next generation of journalism professionals. Thank you.
And congratulations to all of our award recipients and nominees tonight. After such a challenging year, you should be very honored to be nominated or to win anything here tonight. It has truly been a challenging year, and to see all that you've overcome is really exceptional. So on behalf of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Michigan chapter, we thank you so much for joining our Student Production Awards tonight. Have a great evening.